There's a lot of companies that are producing new types of fibers. For example, I don't know if you know washi.
Yes.
Yeah.
The paper.
So washi is paper.
Mm-hmm.
So there's paper fibers now made of washi. But as you can imagine, paper is weak, right? But there's fibers that are as strong as normal fibers that are made from paper. So it's very sustainable, but it's very new also. And we try to integrate that and develop products and promote that to the world. So that's a Japanese innovation in fiber. And we're trying to develop the fabric and, supply the brands of the world with it.
It's interesting because you kind of go back for innovation into like a very ancient technique of producing paper.
Yeah, it's true.
Is this a cycle that you see repeating itself?
Yeah, I mean, there's different angles to it, but there's always hints in the past that have been lost or that should be revived. So a lot of textile is such an old industry. So there's success points of the past that you can find, but you have also new technologies that enable that to happen. So I think combining the latest technologies with old techniques or materials is something that's you could come up with something new and innovative. Yeah.
It's difficult to sometimes maybe keep the balance between this heritage and innovation. I feel a lot of times when people come to Japan for the first time, they have this phrases, well, Japan is like an in-between tradition and modernity.
New and old, yeah.
And maybe to some extent this is true. But you yourself have a very kind of long-standing family business and you have traditions from the old way they twisted the cotton that was what started it, and now developing technologies like air dye, which is your proprietary kind of fabric that you're making. How do you keep this balance? Is this there a balance?
I always ask the question, what's tradition, right? There's certain traditions you like to see gone, right? That you feel unnecessary in the world.
Outdated.
Yeah, outdated. But I look at tradition not in the sense of preservation of certain maybe product, but rather than tradition is more like the reason of your existence, like your reputation, right? Trust. I think these are important values that you should always keep in your DNA from a traditional, or even though everyone's going cheaper, to keep that. Don't sacrifice quality over price, and these are kind of subliminal traditional things. A machine is a machine, and in fact the older machines make better fabric, but you can't also depend on old machines because you'll never succeed in today's textile industry. So you always have to have this fine balance of innovation, but I see tradition more in the sense of values, while you do new things with that value set.
Interesting.
So it's a very different, I'm not so much in this mode of preserving things just for the sake of preserving and doing new things on the side. I think it needs to
come together.
come together. Yeah.